This is an audio-only recording of a yoga exercise session for Vision of Adventure. This winter our sessions are sponsored by the charity, Fight for Sight. A yoga session led by Hannah Robleski.
Okay, we'll get started lying down, just as we did the last few weeks. We're not going to change that. So I'll put you all on mute and then we'll get started. And again, this class is a little bit more closer to evening time, so we take it a little bit slower. For those who come to my other classes, we take it a little slower. We're tuning in more into how does the pose feel. And wherever you are, you can bend your knees or you can keep your legs straight. Whatever feels better in your lower back. Sometimes legs long can not strain the lower back, but it can give you a little bit of that grippy feeling in your lower back. So you can always bend your knees, walk your feet out, and allow your knees to drop into each other. Then those of you on the ground, turn your palms so that they're facing the ceiling and bring them a little wider than your yoga mat if you've got a yoga mat. If you haven't gotten a yoga mat, just bring them a little bit wider, more space between your thighs and your hands. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a soft exhale out. Then take a moment to allow your body to arrive in your designated yoga space. Back of the body connects to the earth. Front of the body opens to the sky above you. Just notice the areas of the body that are in close contact with the floor. Scanning your body, heels up to the crown of the head. And then bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the air brushing against the nostrils as you breathe in and out. And then today, as you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in from the soles of the feet, breathing up into the crown of the head. And from the crown of the head, you're breathing out into the soles of the feet. You breathe in from the soles of the feet up into the crown of the head. And you exhale from the crown of the head down into the soles of the feet. And repeat that a few more times. Every time you inhale, imagine that traveling up. Every time you exhale, imagine it traveling down. Take 2 more breaths like this. And then when you're finished with your second breath, you bend both knees and placing the soles of the feet onto the ground. Bring your heels in line with your sits bones and your knees in line with your ankles. So you've got that little bit of space between the knees. As you inhale, you reach your arms above towards the sky, and then you're bringing them back and behind you. Good. As you exhale, you're reaching your arms back towards the sky and then bring them forwards beside your upper body, palms down towards the ground. So you're bringing your hands down towards the side and then reaching them up. So just going to go forwards and backwards, reaching up and back as you inhale. Exhale, bring your hands up, forwards and down besides your upper body, so your fingers move towards your thighs. And then bringing them up, so we're taking them just forwards and backwards. That's it. And then exhale, bringing them back down by your side, just going up and then down, forwards. Now you can stay here, just using the arms. If you wanted to add a little something, you can lift your hips as you're reaching your arms back and inhale. So lifting your pelvis. Exhale, you bring your hands down, you lower your pelvis down. Inhale, lifting up, lifting your hips, bring your arms back and behind you. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Now, if you feel it's really tough work on your thighs, chances are that your feet are too far away from you. So bring them a little closer to your pelvis. If you feel like it's a lot of work on the knees and it kind of pulls in the knees, chances are that you're too close with your feet. So bring them further away. 2 more like this, reaching your arms back and behind, lifting your hips. Exhale, hips down, pelvis down, arms down. Last one. Lifting your arms up, back. Exhale, bringing it down. Lovely. Beautiful. From here, reaching your right arm back and behind you. And allow just your right knee to fall towards the right, rooting through your left foot, keeping the left knee looking up towards the sky. And then we change, bringing the arm back down by your side, bringing the foot back down. Changing, left arm back and behind you, only open the right knee. Now watch out that your top, so the right knee will keep looking up towards the sky and then bringing everything back. It will want to go with you. We're trying to isolate the movement in the hip. So bringing your right arm back and behind you, right knee open. Inhale, bring it back. One more on the other side. Left arm back and behind you, left knee open. Good. Keeping the right knee straight up. Beautiful. And then coming back to center. Bringing your right knee close to your chest, keeping your left knee on the ground, left foot on the ground, knee stays bent. And then pull your right knee a little closer towards you. So you're grabbing hold of your right shin. Option is to grab the shin. If the knee doesn't like it, you can grab behind the knee. And then pull your knee closer as you exhale. Inhale, you ease off a little bit. Exhale, you pull it closer. Inhale, you ease off. One more. Exhale, you pull it closer. And you ease off. You place your left hand onto your front left hip, rounding down or rooting down your left hip, opening your right knee towards your right armpit. Good. Keeping your left foot really firmly, pressing that one into the ground. Good. Rooting through your left big toe. And then bring it back to center. Change the legs. So left leg towards your chest, bringing your right foot down. and grabbing hold of your shin or grab behind the knee, and then pull your leg towards you. Exhale, pull it towards you. Inhale, ease off a little bit. Exhale, pull it towards you. Inhale, ease off. One more. Exhale, pull it towards you and come back. Place your right hand onto your right hip, rooting down your right hip, keeping your right knee looking up towards the sky. Left knee opens diagonally up towards your armpit. So try to bring it as close to your armpit as possible. So it's not just opening to the left, it's also lifting up. And then come back to center. Bring the foot down, stretching your legs towards the front of the mat. Flex the feet, reaching the arms back and behind you. Take a full body stretch. And then exhale, bend both knees, planting the feet down onto the ground. Sweep the arms down by your side, roll onto whichever side feels more natural. So take a moment here, curled up in a ball on your side. Place the top hand into the ground and rock yourself up into a seated position of your choice. And we'll come either in a cross-legged position. You can also sit on your heels. If cross-legged isn't quite there for you, you can always come into bringing the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to rock open. From here, we place both hands onto our knees, palms down. Lift your shoulders up to the ears as you inhale. Exhale, releasing them down and away from the ears. We do that 2 more times. Lifting up. Exhale, release. One more. Lifting up. Exhale, release. Lovely. And we'll take our upper body circle. So bring our upper body forwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, forwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, forwards. Trying to keep both shoulders at the same height. Now, try to really notice what your chin is doing. Sometimes, especially when we're leaning forwards, all of a sudden the chin floats up. But can you keep the chin nice and still? And then we'll reverse to the other direction, taking a few circles into the other direction. And you might feel that, especially the second round, might feel that little bit more alien. Often we do our preferred side first. And then from here, coming into a neutral position, sitting up tall, reaching your arms up as you inhale towards the sky. Bring your right hand down beside you onto the ground, left hand behind your head. Cradle your head, leaning back. Good. And then you start leaning your upper body towards the right, taking it into a side stretch. That's it. Now think about your elbow, your top elbow really wants to point towards the ceiling. Your head presses back into the hand and you're lengthening the back of the neck. So think about crown of the head reaching up rather than chin. So we're trying to keep that nice long spine. As you exhale, you bend a little deeper into that side stretch. Inhale, you come back to center. And stretch both arms up towards the sky. We've got the other side to do. Left hand down. You can bring it on fingertips next to you on the ground. Right head behind your head. Lean back first. So thinking about leaning back into the hand first. Then exhale. Allow your left hand to go more towards the left. Press the head back, lifting your heart. That's it. And then leaning more and more towards the left as you exhale. Try to find space in both sides of your upper body. Often what can happen is that we're collapsing a little bit on the side that we're leaning into. So can you keep space there? Relaxing the shoulders back. And then inhale, come back to center, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, releasing our hands down. From here, as you inhale, we take a few shoulder rolls up and back and down. Your hands can slide up and down our thighs. You might want to give your thighs a little bit of a massage. You can build these sort of claws with your fingers, and they can rake through your muscles. And we're starting with both shoulders at the same time, going up, back and down, just to tune in. How does the right shoulder feel? How does the left shoulder feel? Often one shoulder might feel that little bit more tight than the other, especially if you're working with a mobility aid or a guide dog. Also, depending on what your dominant hand is. And then relaxing your shoulders down. From here, you drop your chin towards your breastbone. Stretching through the back of the neck, you lull your head from side to side. So we're going to go sideways, forwards, sideways. So we're drawing a semicircle, just going forwards and sideways. That's it. And take each side one more time. And coming back to center. Then you tilt your head from side to side. So you're bringing your ear down towards one shoulder without lifting that shoulder. It's very tempting to lift. And then bring it back to center. Tilt it to the other side. And back to center. Tilting the first side. Back to center. Tilting to the other side. Back to center, reaching your arms out to the sides, as if you're offering someone a very enthusiastic hug, depending on the space that you have. Try to really reach through the fingertips. And then as you exhale, you wrap your arms around your upper body, giving yourself a hug. Doesn't matter which arm is on top. So just really think about your hands want to move towards the back of the body. So they might not necessarily get there, but that's the direction that we're thinking about. So hands towards your shoulder blades. From here, you allow your upper spine to round and bringing your chin in. So it's just the upper spine, creating space, the back of the body. You can sway a little bit from side to side if that feels good. Try to make it a really slow and integrated movement. As you do this, guide your breath into the back of the lungs. So you feel that expansion, that movement of the shoulder blades as you're breathing in and out. Again, if your hands don't quite reach the shoulder blades, absolutely fine. It's more about the direction that we're working. There's various reasons why they might not reach there. They don't have to reach there. And then we'll come back to center, lifting your fingertips away, reaching through your fingertips. Exhale, we'll come to the other side. So you're wrapping your arms around you. This time you bring the other arm on top. And again, most likely this will feel a little bit wonky. Bring your hands towards your shoulder blades, around the upper spine. Bring the chin to your chest and breathing mainly into the back of the lung, thinking about breathing into the hands, noticing that expansion. So think about the breath being this 360 experience. If you wanted to shift your upper body gently from side to side, feel free. Notice how that feels. It feels in the back. How does it feel in your hips? And then coming back to center, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep your arms down, shift your weight forwards, coming onto all fours. Hands ever so slightly in front of the shoulders, knees ever so slightly behind the hips, behind the pelvis. Hands are roughly shoulder width and knees are roughly hip width apart. It's roughly one fist between your knees when you're coming to your tabletop. Your feet can either be tucked or they can be pointed. It makes no difference to the position, but it might make a huge difference to the happiness of your ankles. So if you tend to get cramps in your ankle, try to change things around. From here, you round your spine as you exhale, bringing your belly in, rounding your spine from bottom to top. Inhale, lifting heart, lifting sits bones. Exhale, rounding your spine, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale, lifting heart, lifting sit bones. Exhale, rounding your spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. That's very nice. Last one. Exhale, rounding your spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Good. And then from here, you bring your toes together, knees apart. Shift your hips back, so pelvis towards your heels. Your hands stay where they are, and you bow your head down. If you're working with eye pressure, you might want to bring two fists on top of one another and place them underneath your forehead, or keep your head gently lifted. Now breathing again into the back of the heart here. Take one more breath. And then you shift your weight forwards onto all fours. From here, lift your right elbow up towards the sky as high as you can. So you're lifting your right elbow as high as you can towards the sky next to you. And then you're extending the arm up towards the sky, opening your upper body sideways. Then to come down, you bend your elbow, and then you're bringing the hand down, and we place that on the other side. So bringing your left elbow up, first the elbow, and then the arm extends up towards the sky. Good. Then you bend the elbow, you square your upper body back, you bring the hand down, each side a few more times. So right elbow up, open your upper body to the right, allow the arm to reach up, that's it. And then bringing the hand down, bending the elbow, then the hand down. Inhale, left elbow opens, then the arm extends up towards the sky, bending the elbow, bringing the hand down. Each side one more time. Breathing in, elbow up, and then the arm extends. Exhale, hand down. Elbow bends, hand down. Lovely. Left side, elbow up, then the arm extends. Exhale, bend the elbow. Bring the hand down. Beautiful. Shift your weight forwards into your hands and slowly lower yourself down to come to lie onto your tummy. So coming onto your tummy, take a moment here. Bring your hands underneath your forehead and shimmy your hips from side to side, giving that good old shake over here. Good. From here, we're going to start working a little bit on our back strength. So bring your hands, keep your left hand where it is. Stretch out your right arm in front of you on the ground. Flip the palm to face the left side. And now we're going to work through our right arm, our upper body, and our left leg. So think about that connection between your right hand down your spine into your left heel. Now, as you inhale, you're lifting all of that off the ground at the same time. So you're lifting your arm, upper body, and left leg. So lifting your upper body a little bit more. Everyone, heart pulls forwards. Exhale, release down. We'll have 4 more on this side. So inhale, lifting the arm and leg and your upper body. Exhale, release. Now, before you lift, think about pulling your foot and your hand as far away as possible. So you reach first and then you lift as you inhale. Good. Exhale, you release. 2 more on the side. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, lower and change legs and arms. So bring your right hand underneath you. Inhale, reach and lift, left arm, right leg and upper body. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach arm and leg, lifting up body. Exhale, release. 3 more. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, lower. Last 2. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, lower. Last 1. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, lower. Great stuff. And then bring your hands underneath your forehead. Give your upper body, your hips another wiggle. That's it. And we come into swings pose. For swings, you bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel to each other and your elbows are hugging in. So your fingertips are pointing towards the front of the mat. The elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. You lift your upper body, shrug the shoulders back. Keep the tops of the feet, that way a sandal strap would be, pressing into the ground. Elbows stay bent here. And then you look over your right shoulder, turning your head towards the right. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, turn to the left, pulling your right shoulder actively back. Inhale, back to center. Turn over to the right, pull your left shoulder back. Inhale, back to center. Other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release down. And give it another shimmy. And now you can bring your hands further back so that they're right and left next to you, roughly on chest height. You're trying to have, you only have your palms of the hands onto the ground. Your elbows try to connect behind your upper body. You press the tops of the feet into the mat. That engages the knees away from the floor. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and then back, lifting your heart as high as you can, using your hands to press yourself up, lengthening the arms, lengthening your upper body, shoulders back, heart forwards. Exhale, release. Every time you can come a little higher. Inhale, lifting through the shoulders, pull them back, lift your heart, stretch your arms, press the tops of the feet into the ground, lifting yourself up higher. Exhale, release. 2 more in your own timing. As you breathe in, you're lifting up, shoulders back, heart pulls forwards. As you exhale, you release. And one last one. Inhale, you're lifting up. Exhale, you release. Exhale, come back, bend your knees, press yourself back into all fours. And then come onto your knees, coming into a knee stand. So bring your hands into your hips. And we'll bring our hands into our hips. Toes can be tucked or pointed. So we'll come into a low lunge. For that, step your right foot forwards, keeping your back knee on the ground. Sometimes it helps to tuck the toes under of the back foot to help with the stability. If you feel very wobbly, you can always move your right foot a little bit more towards the right. Now move your right foot more forwards so that you can really allow your hips to descend down and forward. So thinking about pushing your pelvis a little bit more forwards and bringing more weight into the front of the foot, especially if you feel like it's bothering the back of your, the knee of your back leg. Inhale, reaching your arms up towards the sky. We take 3 circles going back and down and forwards and up. That circles with the arms going forwards and up and back and down. One more, forwards and up and back and down, reaching both arms up towards the sky. Good. Now bring your opposite hand to the outside of your front knee and the other hand onto your lower back. So if you've got your right foot forwards, the left hand should be on the outside of your front knee. You can actually place it onto the knee. You don't have to put the hand on the ground. So so keeping your upper body upright, and you're bringing your left hand onto the outside of the knee, pressing the knee into the hand, hand into the knee, right hand onto your lower back, and then rotate your upper body to twist towards your right. So we're taking a little bit of an upper body twist here. Shoulders roll back, thinking about your heart lifting up. Good. From here, we'll come back to center, reaching both arms up. Exhale, melting forwards, placing both hands onto the inside of your front leg. So placing the hands down onto the ground. Hands are roughly hip width, shoulder width apart and flat, if you can. Tuck the back toe under, keep your heart lifted, and shoulders pull, heart pulls forwards. Tuck the back toe under, lift the knee. So coming into a low lunge with your back knee lifted, and then lower down. If you need a break, at any point you can come back, lower the back knee down. So right foot is still in the front. And then one more time, tuck the back toes under, extending the heel away from you, and that lifts the back knee. And lower it down. One more. So there's a lot of work on the hips. Tuck the toes under, extending the heels away. Lower the knee down. Come back into a tabletop. And then wag your hips from side to side as if you're wagging your tail. That's it. And then taking a moment to get yourself centered for the other side. So come back into a kneeling position. Bring your hands into your hips. Good news is we now know what's coming. So hands into your hips, keeping that nice long spine. Move your left foot forwards on the mat. And again, take your time to get yourself centered here. So you don't have to get right into the position in one go. So take your time to find where your position is. Then bring your weight more into that front foot, allowing your pelvis to be heavy. So the pelvis moves forwards, upper body leans back, reaching your arms up towards the sky. We take 3 circles. So taking the arms back, down, and up, and back, and down, and up. Think about your arms being 3 meters long. I don't know what that is in feet, but it's a lot of feet. And then we're reaching the arms up towards the sky. Place your right hand onto the outside of the left knee and pressing the knee into the hand, hand into the knee. Back hand, so left hand onto your lower back to support the back. Shrug the shoulders back. Rotate your upper body more towards the left. That's it. And your knee and your hand, that pressing into each other, that creates that traction. Take one more breath. Inhale, come back to center, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bow forwards, bringing your hands onto the inside of your front foot. So they're underneath your shoulders and next to your front foot. Roll your shoulders back so that your heart can come forwards. Tuck the back toes under. And as you exhale, you're extending the back heel away, lifting the knee off the ground. Good. Exhale, bringing it back down. Take a breath in. Exhale, extending the heel away. Hold. Take a breath in. Lower the knee as you exhale. And then one more time. Inhale. Exhale, extending the leg away from you. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knee. And then bringing the front foot back into a neutral figure, into a tabletop. Shimmy your hips from side to side. Come into a squat. And then bring yourself into standing. Good. Taking your time. Coming to standing. If you're working with a yoga mat, turn towards the long edge of the mat. If you're not working with a yoga mat, just turn to a way that you know you have enough space sideways. Step your feet wide. and bring your feet parallel to each other. So it will almost feel, if your feet are truly parallel, for most of us, it feels most likely a little bit as if your feet are turning inwards. It's because our natural hip position is that our feet want to turn out ever so slightly. So but we want to, for the sake of this position, want to have our feet parallel. Hands into your hips, turn your right heel in, toes out. So right heel in, toes out. Bend your front knee. Your hips slightly diagonally open, and then stretch your arms out sideways. Holding here for a moment. We've got 3 breaths, calm and steady. Think about rooting more through the outer edge of your left, so the long leg, that foot, reaching more through the outer edge of that foot, really integrating through the back knee. Good. As you inhale, you now stretch your front leg. You reach the arms as high as you can towards the sky. As you exhale, you bend your front knee. You're floating your arms back down with a little bit of resistance onto shoulder height. Very nice. Inhale, you lengthen front leg. You're reaching your arms up to sky. Exhale, bend front knee, arms down. Good. One more. Reaching up, lifting through your fingertips. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side and hold. Hands into your hips. Lengthening your front leg. Turning the foot parallel. And take it to the other side. Left heel in, toes out. Hips are slightly diagonally open. Your upper body faces towards the long edge of the mat. Reaching your arms out and away from you. Holding here for 3 breaths. For your left knee, try to make sure that your weight is more towards the outer edge of the foot rather than towards the big toe. Take 1 more breath. As you exhale, can you descend a little deeper into that front knee? Inhale, reaching your arms up towards the sky. Lift through your fingertips, lengthen your front leg. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms down onto shoulder height. That's it. 2 more. Inhale, reaching up, lifting through your fingertips. Exhale, floating your arms down. And then last one. Inhale, reaching up, lifting through your fingertips. Exhale, floating your arms down, holding here for a moment. Hands into the hips. Lengthening the front leg. Turning the front foot in. And then bring your feet ever so slightly closer. So bring them wider than hip width apart, but have a comfortable wide stance, turning your heels in, toes out this time. So have a comfortable turn out. So heels are into the position, toes are pointing away from you. And we'll come to our goddess pose. So from here, you're reaching your arms up towards the sky. You bring your hands up above your head, and through the middle, you place them into your prayer position, and your hands, elbows bend, hands melting away in front of your face to your heart. That's what our arms are doing. As we do this, next time, you're going to bend your knees and open them really nice and wide. So inhale, reaching your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come through the middle. You bend your knees, you're sliding down. Now imagine there's something heavy hanging off of your tailbone. Your upper body stays nice and upright. Inhale, rising up, pressing the feet into the ground. That's what lengthens the legs. Exhale through the middle, hands to your heart through the middle. Bring more weight onto the outer edges of the feet here. Inhale, reaching up. Lengthen your legs. One more time. Exhale, bending your knees. Good. Sitting a little deeper. We're going to hold here for a moment. So you can either stay as is. Maybe that's enough. If you want a little bit more, you can lift your right heel and lower it down. And then the left heel and lower it down. And then twice both heels at the same time. Good. And then when you're ready, you come out. Very nice. Good. Shake out your legs. Give them a little bit of a shake. It's a very simple but tough pose. It works a lot of our quads, a lot of our hips. There's a lot of stuff happening in this position. Great. From here, we're going to come back towards the ground. So turn towards the long edge of the mat and reaching your arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, bend your knees and come into a squat. Bringing your hands down towards the ground and step back onto your shins, coming back into that tabletop position. That's it. Lovely. We're going to do a little bit of work through our toes and through our heels. So come into all fours, hands roughly underneath your shoulders. Keep your toes tucked. As you exhale, shift your weight back. So your hips move towards your heels. Your upper body and heart stays lifted a little bit. So it's slightly different towards our child's pose. So your toes are tucked and we're stretching through the soles of the feet. Bring your hips really far back so that they're coming towards the heels, and they might touch, they might not. Then as you inhale, you shift your weight back forwards onto your hands and you point your feet. So you change it and then sit back onto your heels like this, keeping your heart lifted. So keep your feet pointed and sitting back onto your heels. Yes. And then shifting your weight forwards, tuck the toes, stretching the soles of the feet. That's it. And shifting your weight back. One more. And point. Shifting your weight back. Lovely. And then coming up into a kneeling position. If your knees allow, come into a kneeling position, tuck the toes, and then sit back onto your heels. And that might be quite intense, so you might have to come in and out. We're going to take 5 breaths here. So stretching through the soles of the feet. Really try to stay with a calm breath. Some people find this really intense, but it's a really good way of stretching the soles of the feet, stretching the muscles and the fascia underneath our feet. One more breath. And then you can come out whenever you're ready. And we're sitting back onto our bum. Bend both knees. Placing the soles of the feet onto the ground. Hands behind you. And then lifting your heart. Allow your knees to fall to the right and you move your chin over to the left. So keep your upper body upright. Upper body is upright. Hands are behind you. Heart's lifted and your knees are falling towards your right, and you turn your head over your left shoulder. So it's a little bit like we're on the ground lying, but it just does a little bit of different things for our shoulders here. And then come back to center, knees and chin. Exhale, move over to the other side. Very nice. And then come back to center. Now scoot a little bit forwards on your yoga mat. We'll come to lie down on the ground. So come to lie down, bend both knees. And one more time, we bring it into a hip width and parallel position. So come to lie down. Lie down, lie down. On your back. That's it. So your arms are now by your side. So the arms are by your side, your knees stay bent. And feet are hip width apart and parallel. Now, bring your heels towards your pelvis until you feel you can touch them with your middle fingers. If you can touch them with your middle fingers, you are ever so slightly too close. So once you're there, you want to move your feet an inch forwards. So just an inch away from you. Good. Now reach your arms up towards the sky. Let the palms face each other. You bend your elbows and bring your forearms right and left next to you on the ground, next to your upper body, but your elbows, your forearms keep facing each other. So bring it closer and into your body. That's it. So the arms, upper arms are hugging into the upper body. Palms of the hands are facing each other and fingers are looking up towards the sky. So elbows down, rooting your elbows down into the ground. Elbows closer to the upper body, and then you've got it. Yes, good. From here, you roll onto the tops of the shoulders. So thinking heart lifts as high as possible. Press your elbows into the ground. Press your feet into the ground. And as you inhale, you can lift your hips as high as possible, coming into a bridge pose. Good. Now here, your glutes, we don't necessarily want to push our pelvis up through the glutes, but we allow our glutes to engage. Good. And then we do little marches with the feet, lifting one foot a little bit, then the other foot. Try to lift the whole foot, but keeping your hips fairly stable. So if a glass of water would sit on each of your hip bones, nothing would spill. Good. And then bringing everything down, thinking about sits bones first, almost as if you're doing a cow pose. Take a moment here and then we repeat that one more time. So if you wanted to reset the arms, you reach the arms up towards the sky. You have the palms of the hand face each other. You bend your elbows down towards the ground until your upper arms are hugging into your upper body. Your palms of the hands still facing each other. Fingertips are still pointing towards the ceiling. Press the feet into the ground. Press elbows into the ground. Lift your heart. Then you lifting your pelvis as high as possible. Maybe you rock a little bit more into the tops of the shoulders. This time, can you extending your right leg up high towards the sky? Good. Hold it here just for a moment. Bring the foot down. Change sides. Other leg. Lifting up. And bring it down. We're going to do each side one more time. Reach your right leg up high. Good. And bring it down. Left leg up high. And bring it down. Think of sits bones first. So really thinking about like the curvature in the lumbar spine. And then you can reach your arms sideways into a T shape. Windshield wipe your knees from right to left. Slowing it down, thinking about the breath being your lead here. And then you come back to center. Bring both knees close to your chest. Wrap your hands around the shins, maybe behind the knees. Take a few circles, either with your legs independently, so you can move your knees in opposite directions. You can take circles with the knees in both directions, same direction, so you can play around with what feels better in your body. And then as you inhale, you stretch your arms and legs up towards the sky. Take a few circles through your ankles and your wrists to one direction, into the other direction. And then you can shake them as wildly or as tame as you wish, depending on what the setup in your house is. And then placing the feet down into the ground. And traditionally in our Shavasana, our arms and legs are long, feet are as wide as the mat, feet are flopping open, arms are by your side facing the ceiling. Now, if this doesn't work for your lower back, you can always choose the variation that we did at the beginning with your feet as wide as the mat and the knees falling in. And take one last deep breath in to lift your breastbone, the front of the chest, as high as you can towards the sky. And then as you exhale, imagine the back of the heart, the space between your shoulder blades, is melting down into the earth. Close your eyes and give your body permission to rest. A few more minutes to close our practice, for our body to find softness, spaciousness, and ease. Here in this position, all you need to do is to surrender and find softness. Nothing else needs doing. If your mind is still busy and keeps you thinking, you might want to try and ask yourself the question, I wonder what my next thought will be. Allow your legs, your arms, your pelvis and your head to be delightfully heavy, to melt into the earth. Give your body permission to rest. Your mind to find calm. Your heart to find peace. With every exhale, you may relax deeper and deeper into the support beneath you. Muscles soften, find ease. You breathe in calm. You exhale tension. And take a moment to imagine your body as it lies down on the ground right now. Bring your awareness to your right heel. Just notice your right heel. And imagine you're drawing an outline around your body as it lies down right now, starting at the right heel, tracing the outline of your body, tracing each curve, going clockwise. Each curve, each edge. Until you meet again at the right heel. And then very slowly, start bringing your awareness back to the room that you're in. Notice sounds around you near and far, and the feeling of the clothes on your skin. You deepen your breath and bring movement back into the body. Twinkling fingers and toes. Moving your head gently from side to side. Bend both knees, placing the soles of the feet onto the ground. Reach your arms back and behind you. Take your time here. If you need to yawn, if you need to sigh, please feel free to do so. As you roll onto your right side, take a moment here, just curling up. Take a moment. There's no need to rush. Place your left hand into the ground and rock yourself up into one more seated position of your choice. Gather hands in front of heart. Let's take a breath in. Exhale out. And let's finish our practice with a few words of gratitude to say thank you to our body for carrying us through this practice, for supporting us and our loved ones throughout this week, and for always giving us a home no matter what. With love and greatest respect. Thank you, Esther, Sarah, Stephen, and Jenny.